Hello everyone, this is Julie from Diamond Cloud Studio, and I'm going to be doing a flip through today through some of my art journals, collage books. They may have a few photos here and there, but they're mostly art and collage, mixed media. And I have been sick all last week and still not feeling 100% this week. My voice isn't great, but I'm hoping it's good enough to do this video. I also have a window open, and all of a sudden I realized it could get noisy, so I'm hoping not. It's a beautiful day here in New England in the 50s. We had 60 degrees yesterday, or 62. We've even been out in our convertible a couple times last week because it was so warm, so that was really fun. I think Sunday we went to the grocery store, if you saw my Instagram stories, with our top down. So that'll probably be it for a while. We usually go out in the winter, like when it's snowing, we like to go out and we call it our sleigh ride. So I'm sure we'll be out again, but for the most part, tops up. All right, these are all different years, and I'm not going to go by year. I don't even know if they're dated, but probably these start 2015 and up. So let's just start with this little one here. Oh, this is actually, it says Art Journal 2. I'm not sure which one was Art Journal 1. So these were a long time ago, so my style has changed a lot over the years. So I'll be curious to see these. I haven't looked at them for ages. Okay. Art Journal number 2 started in Iowa on May 19th, 2017, ended March 13th, 2020. Took me 3 years to make that. So since it was in Iowa, there'll be a lot of country flower type stuff. These are all vintage images. I love this shadow of the plain over the cornfields. And here is a little sticker off some vegetables that says Iowa on it. So we're going to be kind of experiencing these books together since I haven't looked at them for many, many years. And here comes the delivery truck. Hopefully it's not too loud. I notice all the time people say, oh, sorry for the noise, and I can never hear anything. So hopefully that's the way it is with me too. That's just UPS, but we have FedEx, Amazon, UPS coming multiple times a day to our apartment building. So there's always noise out there. All right, I use lots of washi tape and some not vintage images, some stickers, things off my traveler's notebook, vintage images. This is a Tim Holtz little finger. This is from a coffee house in Iowa, in Spencer. These were the washi tapes that I bought at Hobby Lobby while I was on vacation in Iowa. So this won't be 100% every page art, sorry. I got new Mr. Sketch, so I did a little swatch here. And these are just some pictures out of magazines of things that I liked. Love that table still and those chairs. And here is just a bunch of little extra washi tape pieces that I put together and made a little embellishment out of them. You can use every bit of your stash. Ooh, more magazine pictures. Now I have these are probably out of some magazine that I got at my dad's house that came in the mail. So very pretty, some Tim Holtz flowers, Tim Holtz butterfly, probably clock. I love this format. This is the Traveler's Notebook. It doesn't say what size, but this is the passport size insert. And it's really fun to do spreads in these because they're so small. You don't need a lot of time. Ooh, I bought Prima Marketing watercolors. I probably brought those with me and then opened them when I was at my dad's house. 2 sets. Fabulous. That was really fun. Unwrapping them, they're like candy. More washi tape. This looks like mostly Tim Holtz. I love the vintage look of these. And then my trusty champagne stickers. I used to drink Corbel, and I would save all the little labels off that you have to peel off when you open the bottle, and then I would stick them in my book. More washi tape. Now, I don't know if I bought all this while I was there or some of it I brought with me, but I did do a lot of shopping when I was home because there's not a lot to do in Spencer, Iowa. Here's more of a collage spread with some vintage images. A vintage stamp. Here is a label from a package that I got from a friend Liz in China or Japan. I'm not sure exactly where she lived. Here's just a collection of postage stamps. And another little sticker. Some are vintage, some are new. More champagne stickers. Here's a little spread I did about shadows because I love light and shadow. And I actually have some washi tape that is it shows hand shadows. Ooh, what's this? Oh, these are some vintage pictures that I did a little spread with. And then this is the just some information about this film that those pictures were taken from. And that is a beautiful stamp. Wow, love that. Oh, and I used my little tiny attacher from Tim Holtz. More Prosecco labels, or champagne labels. Here's a spread about traveling. Vintage images, washi tape stickers. This is off a cigar band of my husband. So I probably brought some ephemera with me to use in these books while I was there. This is the label off the washi tape that I got. Ooh, and my book is, look at that. Oh, because it's stapled. Now I'm starting to wonder, is this really? Well, it is. It is Traveler's Notebook. I thought all their stuff was sewn. Because it's so full, it did pull apart there, but just one page, so not a big deal. I don't look through these often, so it's not gonna fall apart. Here I just did a red theme and just pulled out different red collage items. More Prosecco labels. Now, I'm not telling you I drank all this while I was home on vacation. I may have brought some of these with me. I was probably there a month, and my daughter may have been there also. Oh, that's right. I finished, this is over 3 years or 2 years. What did I say? This is over 3 years. So yeah, we're probably long past, excuse me, my vacation. So I don't have to explain all the champagne labels. Over 3 years, that's not bad. All right, these are just little stickers. This is a scratch and sniff sticker, I bet you. This was off some packaging, same with this. This is a sticker from back in the 80s. I have this little box. I'll have to show it to you sometime. It has all kinds of stuff that I can use for collages. And I have stuff from back in the 70s in there, all the way up to now. Here is a little sign off of my sister from one of her letters. I added that there. Here's, oops, we skipped a page. Here's another spread about the moon, one of my favorite things. Just some stamps off a package that came from my friend, Liz. And yes, she did live in China. I've lost touch with her, so I don't know how she's doing or where she's at now. Here's another collage I did with just all kinds of things, cigars, wrappers. I stamped these numbers on a piece of paper, some stamps, some Tim Holtz things, washi tape, vintage image, more champagne labels. We have a dog above us who barks a lot out in the balcony, and you might be able to hear her in the background. I just stuck some stickers in here that I probably got that year. And then this was a really cool stamp that I probably got that year also. So I put that in there. Here's another collage I did, just vintage images and some newer stuff. A fortune. This is one of those stickers from the 80s. I don't know where. Oh, this was off a pineapple. Now, I didn't buy no pineapple. I'm telling you guys, I probably stole it off a pineapple in the store. I think it was just, it was on, there's a little hole in there. So somehow it was on this pineapple. Maybe it had fallen off and I just grabbed it. And this is off a watermelon, and I doubt I bought that either. So I might have peeled that right off a watermelon. I am viciously crazy about stickers that I find. If they're in the supermarket, if I can take it, I will. This is something off of, I don't know what, something from my, oh, thank you so much, Rena, for the stickers and tag. Oh, maybe these came from my daughter. And I don't know. Those must be some from my husband. All right. And here is a spread about the sea. I just vintage images. Oh, my husband, because he knows how crazy I am about stickers, he saved all his stickers for me that he ate at work. This is when he worked away and he didn't come home for lunch. And he would stick these stickers on, I think on his cooler, or it looks like he stuck them on something else, and he saved them all for me. So I had to put them in there. More champagne Prosecco labels. Oh, that's it. That's what I used to fill up the rest of this book. Oh, no, wait. Here, oh, somebody, our friends gave me a bottle of Prosecco, and they had the label made with my name on it. It says, "Happy birthday, Julie." So that was one of my little art books. I hope you enjoyed that. I think this is the first one, so maybe we'll go through this. And this has a lot of photographs in it, so I'm going to try to skip over those pages because it's kind of more like scrapbooky. I think this was when I was in Iowa. Yeah, so I would print out these little tiny square pictures. You get 4 on a 4x4 like Instagram photo. You can get 4 pictures. So I'm just going to pass over all that stuff real quick because that's more scrapbooky. And here I just put a receipt. My dad and I went to Burger King. Oh, here's a few stickers. Here's a stamp. Oh, here I kind of wrote about, I always bring a book home to read, and I brought home one of my favorite books from when I was in high school, and I read that while I was home, and so I kind of wrote about that. Phyllis A. Whitney is one of my favorite teen mystery writers, so that's one of her books. And I'm sure I just did some journaling about what was going on. Here I added a little insert, little photo square. I don't know where I got this insert thing. It's really tiny, but it's perfect for these little photos. And I actually took pictures of a collage book that I was doing while I was there, and that's this book right here. So maybe we'll look at that one next because those are some pages out of it. Here's a picture of me when I was 7 years old back in my mom and dad's garden. Here's a picture of our neighbor's garden, even though I said I wasn't going to talk about pictures. I can't help myself. I love insects as long as they're not on me or in my apartment. So I've done a lot of different insect spreads over the years. This is just a little envelope. Oh, something about an order from Etsy. Here's some pictures of my beautiful sister. Another picture of my sister, and I wrote a poem about her, which I won't read because I'd cry if I read it. For those of you who don't know, my sister Jeannie was my only sibling, and she passed away in 1998 of ovarian cancer. She was my very best friend, and even though it's been almost 30 years, close to 25, 27 years. I still miss her every single day. Here's another poem that I probably wrote about her, and just got a vintage image to match that. Of course, when I was home in Iowa, I was missing my sister a lot more because I was in the house where I grew up in. So that's probably why all those things. Here I did a red and black spread. I really love, I don't wear the color red very often, but I absolutely love it for collage. So this is another outer space theme one. Here's just some more mail stuff. This is an old sticker from the 80s. Ooh, there's something in here. I'm not gonna try to pull it out. Oh, it's some tags. Tag from my Van sneakers. Some more pictures I took while I was there. Okay, then we're out of Iowa. So this wasn't all Iowa. This is back in Hampton Beach. Here I found this vintage picture, and it just reminded me of when I was a little kid and my mom hung all our washing on the line to dry. So I had to write about that. I picked up these vintage stamps that are so cool on eBay, and so I had to stamp those and write about those. Here's just some cool paper, and I put some washi tape with that. Okay, here we're just looking at stickers off of fruit, cookies, credit card. I think this is a glow-in-the-dark sticker, so if you shut off the lights, yeah, it'll glow the constellation. Here's some more fruit stickers. This was when they were really fun to collect. And here's a little thing that I wrote about collage. Sometimes to create art, you have to destroy art. Deconstructing becomes everything, then shaping a new creation born out of labor into something of beauty and love. And I kind of wrote that about how when you are making collage art, sometimes you're tearing up things that is already art and you're making it into new art, like a picture or things out of a magazine. So I wrote that about how I felt about making collages. And here's just a little collage of all kinds of stuff. Anything from the mail I save. Here is a poem I wrote about the moon to do with the black moon on September 30th. Excuse me, how polite the moon is to give the stars a night to shine brighter. Because evidently the moon was going to be really dark that night. Here I have some pictures from my Instax camera. And as you can see, I put real leaves in here, glued them down with a glue stick. Of course, this one cracked because it's in the, there's some pieces, loose pieces there, in the fold. But other than that, they've stayed perfectly. And this is, well, I don't remember what it was, but it's 2016. So that's been like 10 years. So you really don't have to do anything to preserve. If you want to put leaves in your books, just glue them in. And then I did some pictures. Here's another little, very simple collage. Another one about filmmaking. This was a really old vintage, actually antique photo that I bought somewhere from Paris. And then here I did a spread about one of my favorite, all-time favorite books, 21 Balloons, about the story of the island of Krakatoa. If you've never read it, I would encourage it. It is so much fun. And there's volcanoes and there's diamonds. And here's some more childhood pictures. When I had my Etsy shop, of course, all my best images went in my kits. So I would save, like this picture was torn. So I couldn't use that in a kit, but I used it and I just taped it, stuck it in. I didn't really do anything special here, just a couple of black cats, but I love black and white cats. I've had 2 of them. This is another one of my favorite childhood stories. This is a little tiny book. It's about the size. It's actually smaller than this. This is a page out of it. And it's about this cat family. I can't think of the name of it right off the bat. It's about a cat family that goes sailing, and they go to a tropical island and meet the queen. And then here's another little spread I did with some cut out birds. Definitely not fussy cut. And I don't think this may be a picture of one relative of mine, but I don't think so. And then here's a quote from H.G. Wells. The past is but the beginning of a beginning, and all that is and has been is but the twilight of the dawn. Absolutely love that. Some more pictures, some more washi tape, and that's it for that one. Excuse me, I'm kind of afraid it's going to take too long to go through all these. I don't know. If my voice holds out, I'll just keep going. If not, I might have to split this into 2. I don't know what you'd prefer, all at once or split up. We'll just see how it goes. Let's do this one next. This is a regular size TN insert, but it's not. It's one of those inserts from Michael's that falls apart. But I did some watercolor on here, some stamping, some ripping of paper, and a vintage image. On the back, the same type of thing. Oops, I need to watch my camera. All right, this will be quicker because it's not so many pages. A bunch of stickers from my sister that she had collected and then got handed down to me, so I used all those on a spread. Money wrappers from when my dad gave me money, $2,000 in cash. Wow. That was super fun, probably when I was home on vacation. My dad was very generous with his money. Here's a green collage. I'm not a real huge fan of green. I love trees and I love nature, but I wouldn't say green is my favorite color. But here's a stamp. I think this was done by my sister-in-law, stamped and colored in. A bunch of vintage images, some traveler's notebook stuff, a label off a drink. Don't know what that is. And here I just wrote about going down to see our daughter. So I just wrote about the day there. Here's another spread that is kind of green. I'm gonna move this up a little bit so I can fit the whole book in while I do this. Hopefully okay, that works, perfect, okay. Another spread, just vintage images, washi tape, cigar labels. Thank goodness for my husband smoking cigars. I get lots of collage stuff. Here's one of my favorite ones that I've done. This is some black and white fashion photos, washi tape, some crystals that I did actually fussy cut, and a new, not vintage sticker. Here is another green collage that I did. I must have been really into green that year. These are all fussy cut. And something from a library book. I love magnifying glasses. This is kind of, I feel like, an ode to my sister because green was her favorite color. She loved the jungle. She loved trees and plants. And so this was probably kind of like a ode to my sister. Here's one I did about a painting of Renoir's. And this was out of a vintage book, and I put this in here and separated it, and then I kept the little info about the picture and just added a few other collage elements. Here is one that I did about, these are all from a book about astrology. So, oops, see, we have not sticking down. But for the most part, most of this stuff is held up really well. So again, these are pieces that I didn't use in my collage kits. and I took them. Okay, this is another one of my favorite spreads. I should have done this book first because this book is really cool. I hope you stayed long enough to get to the really cool collages because the first two books really weren't that exciting. Here I mixed moths, beautiful women, and just a lot of other things. Postage stamps. Here, I'll bring this one up close. And of course, washi tape, some crystally rocks. Okay, and here I wrote about a night that we went to Salisbury Beach in Massachusetts at night at the end of the season to see the fireworks. And I talked about how much I love going to the ocean at night. And then this is a vintage picture that I actually kept from a collage kit. I didn't put it in the kit. It was pictures out of an architectural book. And I love this one so much, I kept it for myself. And I talked about how a window frames your world, and how over my whole lifetime, how much of my time had been spent looking out the window. I love to look out the window. I'm constantly looking outside when I'm inside. So whether it's summer, fall, spring, winter, I'm always looking out the window. So I wrote here, I've spent a lot of my life looking out windows and dreaming, which is very true. Oh, and this one is upside down. All right, this was a Halloween spread that I did, mostly just a bunch of Tim Holtz ephemera, some Target stickers, and then I added a vintage image here. I love tearing them and putting them on two separate pages. And then here is some vintage leaves that I cut out of a book. Okay, now I gotta switch this back around. Oh, and here's one that I did off of a poem called Flowers at Night by one of my favorite poets, and that's Aileen Fisher. She wrote children's poetry in the 1960s and 70s. So I did this spread about the flowers at night. Some flowers close their petals, blue, red, and bright, and go to sleep all tucked away inside themselves at night. Some flowers leave their petals like windows open wide, so they can watch the goings-on of stars and things outside. I just love that. So I put that together around the poem. So when you're looking for ideas for collaging, you want to do a collage, you want to get creative, but you don't really you're not inspired by a certain thing, try flipping through some poetry books or looking at poems online, flipping through magazines, vintage books. All those kind of things can give you inspiration, and all of a sudden you'll be like, yes, I want to do a collage about that. So anyway, that's how I get my inspiration a lot of times. These again are pictures from my Etsy kits and some other stickers that I just put in here, some washi tape, and that was the end of that book. And we are at almost 30 minutes, and I've only went through 3 books. So I still have this one, this a very fat one, and this small one that's all about fall, and a smash book that I'm still working in. So I think I'm going to split this into 2, and then I can rest my voice. So I will see you all back here very soon, and I'll do this second video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my books, and I hope they inspire you to get out some of your supplies and mix things up. I love mixing vintage images, vintage postage stamps with brand new stickers or pictures out of magazines. So I always like mixing things together. It's always fun to do a color theme. If you're kind of stuck about what to do, just go pick a color and then just go through your stash and pick a bunch of different things of that color and put together a collage that way. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I will see you next time. Bye.